Sometime in the last few weeks, a company somewhere opened an invoice for $500 million. Not for a factory, not for an acquisition, for 1 month of AI usage. And I want you to sit with that number for a second, because the way it happened is the most important business story of the year, and almost nobody is telling it to the people it's actually going to hurt. Here's the wild part. There was no hack, no fraud, no breach, just employees, lots of them, with AI licenses that had no usage limits, running automated workflows that never slept. Nobody was watching the meter. Honestly, nobody even knew there was a meter. Now, before you think this is one of those AI is a scam videos, it's not. I use AI every single day, and it might be the best money my business spends. Both of those things are true at once. That bill is real, and the value is real. And holding both of those truths in your head at the same time, that's exactly the skill nobody is teaching business owners right now. So here's what you're getting today over a coffee. First, I'll show you what that $500 million bill reveals about where AI pricing is headed and why your $20 subscription is not the real price. Second, a hype filter from somebody who watched the most widely held stock on the planet fall from $80 a share to 52 cents while holding options on it. And third, the thing I wish every owner would write down this week, a 3-question AI Reliance Policy, plus a Monday morning checklist. I've built and scaled companies through 3 decades of technology cycles, including a front row seat at Bell Labs when the last great bubble burst. And I wrote a book about founders who finish. Okay, how does a bill get to $500 million? You need to understand one thing about how this stuff is actually sold, and I promise to keep it painless. Underneath every AI tool, usage is measured in tokens. Little slices of words. Every question you ask costs tokens. Every answer it gives costs more. It's a taxi meter, and it's always running. Now, a person chatting with an AI is sipping tokens, but the new generation of AI, agents, the kind that work on their own, they don't sip. An agent running a workflow overnight is a tap left on. That company had thousands of taps running with no caps, no alerts, no limits per person. The usage compounded silently for 30 days. And the first anyone really understood the situation was when the invoice arrived. And this isn't one careless company. It's been reported that Uber burned through its entire annual AI budget by April. Microsoft reportedly canceled most of its internal AI coding licenses this spring. The biggest, most sophisticated technology buyers on the planet are getting surprised by this meter. What chance does a 10-person business have if it doesn't even know the meter exists? Which brings me to the part almost nobody says out loud, your $20 a month AI subscription, the one that feels like the bargain of the century. Let's talk about what that price actually is. Here's my read after 30 years of watching technology markets. That flat monthly price is an introductory offer in everything but name. The AI labs are spending capital at a rate history has rarely seen, and the metered pricing, the taxi meter, already exists underneath every subscription. It's how the big customers pay today. When the investment money gets tired, and it always gets tired, pricing has a way of asserting itself. The honeymoon ends. The meter is what's left. So write this rule down because it's the financial heart of this whole video. Never build your business on somebody else's subsidy. If your product only makes money while AI costs $20 a month, you don't have a margin, you have a coupon. Now, to decide how much of your business to put on these tools, you have to be able to see them clearly. And that means seeing through the loudest marketing machine any of us has ever lived through. Here's where it gets interesting. There's a pattern in the big AI announcements, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. A lab declares a model so powerful it's too dangerous to release. then releases it a few weeks later, and nothing happens. The claims are always huge, always vague, and always impossible to check while they matter. So here's the filter I use. Can anyone outside the company test the claim? Is the access deliberately exclusive? And have these same people run this play before? Answer those three, and you'll know whether you're reading the news or a circus poster. And friends, we've seen this movie, twice actually. The industry has been through 2 full AI winters, once in the 70s, once starting in the late 80s. In the expert systems era, the pitch was that we could bottle a human expert into software. Same promise, same selling story, different decade. When the capability didn't catch up to the promises, the funding froze, and the whole field quietly renamed itself until the coast was clear. Now, I want to tell you why I personally cannot be talked out of this caution, because I'm not quoting a history book here. I was standing inside of the last bubble when it burst. In the late 90s, I came into Lucent Technologies through an acquisition, and back then, Lucent was on its way up. You have to understand what this company was. It was the bellwether of the entire internet industry. When Bell Labs lived inside of AT&T, it didn't just compete in telecom, it set the standard. It effectively told every phone company on earth what technology they were going to adopt next. The whole industry was culturally raised on it. This was the house that helped build the modern world, the transistor, the semiconductor, the laser, a mountain of patents thousands deep. For most of a century, if you worked anywhere in technology, you were standing on something that came out of those labs. And in 1996, they spun it out of AT&T in the largest public offering America had ever seen. So picture the contradiction. Overnight, it's branded a startup worth billions, except it's a century-old institution, full of people who'd been there 35 years. An identity crisis baked in from the very first morning. And honestly, this was a sign of things to come. About 2 years after I walked in, it all peaked. $80 a share, the most widely held stock on the planet, more than 5 million people owning a piece of it. And then the bubble did what bubbles do. I watched that $80 stock fall to 52 cents. My options, struck around $3, might as well have been printed on a napkin. And the whole way down, the professionals kept telling me the same sentence. Don't worry, Lucent's too big. It has to recover. Just wait it out. It never came back. Not for us. So when I hear today's version, this can't fail, this is the future, the numbers only go up, I don't hear reassurance. I hear the tell. That exact sentence is what the inside of a bubble sounds like. When somebody tells you a thing is too big to fail, that is precisely the moment to put your hand on your wallet. But here's the part of the Lucent story that matters most for you. The technology survived. The transistor, the laser, the wireless networking that came out of those labs, all of it is in your pocket right now. What vanished was the valuations and the promises. And that's my whole position on AI in one sentence. The tools will survive the winter. The hype will not. So be a daily user and never, ever confuse the tool with the promise apparatus around it. Okay, so if the capability is real and the hype is radioactive, how much should your business actually rely on this stuff? This week, the Chief Information Officer of Goldman Sachs, Marco Argenti, published a piece in Harvard Business Review that gives us the missing half of the answer, and it starts with a question one of his senior bankers asked him. The banker asked, "What's the 10% of my job that AI will never be able to do?" Smart question, right? It's the question we're all quietly asking. And Argenti's answer stunned him. Let go of that 10%. Have the courage to let your old habits die so you can resurrect professionally into a new 100%, even if it looks nothing like what you did before. His analogy is perfect. When cars arrived, what was the 10% of horse riding skill worth keeping? None of it. What carried over was the rider's instincts, And before you tell me your job is different, the benchmark Argenti cites from OpenAI itself tested AI against humans on over 1,300 real-work tasks across 44 professions. The models matched or beat the humans in about 80% of them. 6 months earlier, it was 50. The water is rising. Instincts, judgment, values, that's the high ground. So let's turn all of this into something you can actually run your business with. 3 questions. Ask them about every single AI use in your company, every tool, every workflow, every subscription. I call it the AI Reliance Policy, and I would genuinely write it down. Question 1, the judgment test. Does this use of AI amplify my judgment or replace it? Drafting, research, summarizing, preparing, that's amplification, green light. But the calls your customers actually pay you for, what to recommend, what to charge, who to trust, when to say no, the moment you hand those to a machine, you've outsourced the only part of the business that was ever yours. And here's Argenti's warning to pin above your desk. AI has the ultimate garbage in, garbage out problem because it makes garbage output look plausible. So the new habit is supervision. Check it, verify it. Treat every AI draft the way a good manager treats a junior employee's work. In an agentic future, he says everyone becomes a manager of sorts. In a small business, that manager is you. Question 2, the return test. The agencies doing AI implementation on the front lines keep reporting the same split. A small fraction of companies see massive returns, and the rest see basically nothing. The difference is never the tool. The winners start with a process, a real named process with a number attached. And here, Argenti gives the most counterintuitive advice in the whole piece. Aim for a 90% improvement, not 20, because 20% means you sprinkled AI on the old way of thinking. 90 forces you to actually rethink it. So the test is simple. If you cannot name the process and the number, we are cutting invoice handling from 3 hours to 20 minutes, then it isn't a plan, it's a vibe. And vibes are how you end up paying for 11 subscriptions that nobody at your company can defend. Question 3, the exit test. And after everything we've covered, you know why this one matters. If this tool's pricing flipped from $20 a month to a running meter tomorrow, what's my exposure? Could I absorb it, cap it, or walk away? 3 moves answer it. Set hard spending caps on every AI account you own. Today, the $500 million company had none. Know your AI cost per customer the way you know your shipping cost. And keep your context portable. Your documents, your data, your prompts, your processes. Argenti's piece says AI transformation follows data transformation. And for a small business, that means the ground truth of your company should live where you control it, so you can change providers the day the math changes. And then price like a grown-up. Run your numbers as if you were paying the metered rate right now. If the product still makes money, wonderful. The subscription era is pure upside for you. If it only works at $20 a month, you've found a hole in your boat, and you found it while you're still in the harbor. All right, let's make this stupidly practical. 4 things to do Monday morning. None of them take an hour. 1. Open every AI account you pay for and set a spending cap right now. 2. Write your own 10% list, the parts of your work you believe AI can never touch. Then, look at it honestly and ask which of those you're actually just afraid to let go. 3. Pick one process, just one, and go for the 90% rethink. And 4. Ask your team one question at the next meeting. Where did AI output go out the door this month without a human checking it? The answer will be educational. Because in a company your size, there is no AI governance committee. there's you. You are the eval loop, the quality gate, and the budget alarm. And honestly, that's an advantage. You can set a cap in 5 minutes. The $500 million company needed a committee, a quarter, and a headline. So here's the whole thing on one card. The meter is real. Never build on somebody else's subsidy. The hype is a circus poster. Run the 3 checks before you believe a claim. And reliance is a policy, not a feeling. Amplify judgment, never replace it. Demand a process and a number, and always, always know your exit. Do this, and you get to the rarest kind of business owner in this whole gold rush. The one who uses these tools every single day, gets real value out of them, and still sleeps at night. Because when the pricing turns, you shrug and check a spreadsheet. And if a winter comes, your business is still standing because it was built in judgment and real margins, not a coupon and a press release. If this one earned its minutes, my book Founders Who Finish goes deeper on building companies that survive every kind of winter. It's at davesaunders.net along with The Build, my monthly newsletter for founders. Subscribe here too, because next time we're doing the 30-day plan for landing your very first customers, the playbook I wish somebody had handed to me. But tonight, go set your caps. Every account. It's 5 minutes, and it's the cheapest insurance in tech.